Okay, welcome. Hello to day two and the last day here in Trieste, Italy. Um, the sorry for the big pause, but the one of the coffee capitals here in Italy. The coffee culture here is crazy. As hopefully you've guys seen from the last uh, part or yesterday, but so far we haven't had a chance to really talk to locals. I got to talk to like a local yesterday, but not like I didn't get to ask him any questions um, that pertain to like coffee culture. He just informed me kind of about the whole chocolate shot ordeal. So hopefully today we can talk to some locals and maybe ask them some questions. So far it's been really hard for some reason. I don't know why. But like I'll ask people and then like either they'll just either say no or they won't, like they just don't seem like they want to talk at all. So we're gonna go to probably a bar first today. First off to try and talk to some locals. And then we'll go to another one of the uh, famous popular cafes here, historical cafes here. It's called Cafe San Marco. And then after that, since we're in Trieste, we have to go to Illy, one of the Illy cafes, just because Illy is the most popular brand in Italy, coffee brand, and Trieste is their hometown, so we have to go try one of those. And then bar, hopefully we can get to talk to some locals at the bar. And the Cafe San Marco to learn about the history of the place, and Illy to maybe also learn some other things. So yeah, I'll see you at the bar I find. See you there. I hope you can hear me. It is very loud here, but we've made it to a bar. It looks pretty cool. I hope it's actually local. It looks local to me, but I hope it's not deceiving. But it's called what's it called again? It's called Antico Cafe Torinese, which means uh, like antique or old coffee of Torinese or whatever. So we're gonna go in there. I've seen a few look to be locals walk out of there. So hopefully I can talk to somebody, get some questions, opinions, and thoughts and everything. But yeah, see you in there. Ciao, buongiorno.
Prego.
Per me un capo e un cornetto al pistacchio.
Pistacchio.
Sì.
Capo.
Grazie.
Prego. Orzo, decca. Grazie a voi. Pensate. Grazie Teresa.
scusa, siete da Trieste? Sì. Posso chiederti della cultura di caffè qui in Trieste?
Sì, non è che sono un esperto, ma cosa volevi sapere?
Non lo so, le persone cosa bere, quante volte nel giorno bere un caffè, sì, tutto.
4-5 volte. Dopo quello che è particolare, il nome, ad esempio questo chiami qua a Trieste cappuccino, tutto il resto d'Italia è caffè latte,
Sì.
cappuccino.
Ok, sì, i nomi diversi, sì. Come?
Dopo ci sono tante, col porto, arrivava tanto caffè qua a Trieste e ci sono tante torrefazioni importanti,
Ok,
come Illy,
sì,
che
il grande.
Strand,
Sì.
Primo Nobis, sono tante. C'è anche l'università del caffè da Illy.
Sì, lo so, e ho provato a andare lì e fare un tour, sì, ma non posso, sì. Non lo so, è molto difficile, non lo so, ma io sto andando un progetto di scuola e io studio la cultura di caffè qui, sì, qui in Italia e in Europa, ma voglio chiedere locali domande, ma sì.
Forse a Illy se tu contatti direttamente per chiedere un tour, forse perché ogni tanto so che fanno anche visite, loro fanno visite anche e soprattutto perché loro forniscono dopo le macchine e anche la fornitura del caffè nei locali. Allora istruiscono le persone a fare il caffè.
Sì,
Quindi fanno per queste persone, fanno anche i tour, insomma.
sì,
E
ok.
dopo anche l'università.
Sì, ma oggi è il mio giorno unico.
Unico.
Sì.
Ma tu prova a chiedere, magari telefoni, chiedi.
Napoli e dopo Napoli Istanbul. Sì, ma
Ma tu di dove sei? Dove
Dove
sei?
vivi sei?
Dove vivi?
Stati Uniti.
Ah, Stati Uniti?
Sì. Stati Uniti.
Parli bene l'italiano?
Grazie.
Sì.
Okay, so I just had a very nice couple, amazing couple, just pay for my coffee. That was very nice of them. I got to talk to them. It's loud. Sorry, it's loud, but I got to talk to this couple, and they're locals from Trieste. And I didn't get to ask a lot of questions. I got to ask like maybe 2 or 3, and they weren't like any crazy questions. They were just basically quick one answer questions. But basically, I asked like, how's the culture like here in Trieste? How many coffees do people drink in one day? You know, what's the favorite drink, or what do they drink? He basically told me that people here drink about like 4 to 5 coffees a day, which is a decent amount. That's a respectable amount. But then they usually drink like capos or just like straight espresso, and capo is what I got. It's just a macchiato, but the capo is the Trieste name for it. So that's what he said that people drink around here. He said that they drink 4 to 5 coffees a day, and he told me about like how, you know, there's Illy here, there's Hausbrand, which is another huge coffee brand here, and then that, like, I'm pretty sure he said people like, you know, just love coffee here. They drink it all the time, and they go to bars and they drink it all the time at bars and everything like that. I got the video, but I'm trying to remember what he said. But yeah, so that was great. It was amazing. They were amazing people, and I can't thank them enough. You know, they paid for my coffee, and I can't thank them enough. But yeah, it was a great experience. Now I'll have to review the place, talk about the coffee. So I got a capo, which is in Trieste lingo, if you want to say that. It's a macchiato. So macchiato, to give you a refresh, it's just it's espresso with like steam, like milk to get it like all the milk foam, and then you pour the milk and the milk foam in. It's different to a gocha, which we had yesterday. The gocha is just the milk foam. Macchiato is the milk and the milk foam, but it's not a lot, as you saw from the little espresso cup. So I got that, and I got a cornetto al pistacchio. I've got that before on this little series research project thing, and I had to get it again. They're so good, and they're so amazing. And this one was probably, it was close to beating the one that I had previously, but it was amazing. But the whole place was great. I thought it was gonna be a little expensive because, you know, it looked like a famous historical place, and once you get a famous historical place here in Italy and you serve coffee, you could just jack up the prices for everything for whatever reason. So I thought that was gonna happen, but it didn't. If I paid for my coffee and the pistachio croissant, then it would have been €3, which is not bad at all compared to what it would be here. I mean, in America, it'd be like almost $8. But yeah, it was great. So I ended up only paying €1.70 because the lovely couple were amazing and kind, and they just paid for my coffee, which can't thank them enough. But yeah, it was great. The coffee was really good. The place was really cool. It had all like antique posters up, all antique decor. It looked old. It looked like an old, fancy, rich bar that only the rich people went to, and it was really cool. I really liked that place. It was Antico Cafe Torinese. Can't recommend that place enough. Locals go there. A huge group of locals walked in when I was like finishing up and after paying, and I mean, you could just hear them speak like the Trieste like dialect lingo, if you will. They came in, and the baristas were like, what would you like? And then they were like, I want a capo. I'll take a capo in bed, habanero, capo. And they were saying all the Trieste names for the coffee here, and it was really cool because like before today, I haven't really heard much people actually say that stuff. I heard a couple, but not like a lot like that. So it was nice to hear it all and know that, you know, when I say it, then I don't sound stupid because the locals actually do say it. So that was very cool. That whole place was very cool. I really like that place. That's probably my favorite place in Trieste so far. But I mean, those places with the chocolate shots are kind of, you know, I'm a little biased towards that, but it's all right. That place was definitely my favorite. It was really cool. So that's my review of Antico Cafe Torinese. I recommend it highly, and I can't thank the lovely, amazing couple enough that, you know, talked to me, answered some questions, and then further paid my coffee. So it was great. That's my review of that place. Now we head to Cafe San Marco. Hopefully here we can maybe ask locals or get the, you know, the history behind the place from the workers or something. That's the goal. Sometimes the goal just doesn't pan out, but yeah, I guess we'll see. see you at Cafe San Marco. Io avrò un capone e un mignon a frutta.
Ok, qui al banco?
Sì.
Ok. 3,10.
Grazie. Okay, so I just got done at Cafe San Marco, and I am not, excuse me, I am not having any good luck with trying to record these like interviews that I have with like the workers. They just never want to like be recorded. The locals are usually fine with it. I usually ask. And then I asked the like workers, and they just don't want to be recorded. But so basically, that Cafe San Marco is a really historical place. And the first thing when I walked in, the first thing I noticed was that there was like a bookshop at like the very back, or on like the left side of the shop. So after I drank my coffee and after I ate my little pastry, I went up to ask one of the workers, went up to do my little interview, asking a couple questions. And that's one of the first things that I asked was, why is this bookshop? Why is there a bookshop in this, pretty historical and famous coffee shop? And they said that in the past, the Cafe San Marco was like always involved with literature. So like people would come in, like poets, writers, philosophers, and all that type of stuff. The famous people, they would come in and they would sit there and read, write, be involved with literature and enjoy coffee and stuff like that. So so they just to this day they want to keep that, keep coffee and literature intertwined and keep it together. So that's why to this day they have a bookshop in the coffee shop, and I think that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool to know and to also learn, they're trying to keep it together like as it was in the past. So then I kind of just asked about like the history of the place, and they said that it was very like a very political kind of place. So like it opened in 1914, You know, around that time, that was when like World War One happened, and then like it was bombed. The place was actually bombed by the Habsburg army. So it was bombed. I don't. The person didn't really tell me, you know, what they did about, you know, being bombed. I don't really know what they did about that, but you know, after they had to deal with that bombing, and then I'm pretty sure they opened up somewhere else, or renovated the place, fixed it up or something, because they, like, in that place, it was always like usually mixed with political, some sort of political like things, like functions or whatever. So in Cafe San Marco, they would actually print off fake passports for like anti-Austrian patriots. So they would print off fake passports in the coffee shop, in the cafe. It just because they were so like involved with politics and everything, and it was during like wartime and everything like that. So I thought that was pretty cool to learn that. But yeah, it was pretty cool. It got renovated and by some guy, and then there's been like a couple famous painters come in and, like, you know, decorate the place. That's why it looks so fancy. And yeah, it was pretty cool to learn the history about that from the worker. It's pretty cool to know that they just print off fake passports, and they were so involved with politics there. But then again, it was also actually cool to learn about the whole, like, keep the coffee with the literature, you know, keep it involved, keep it intertwined and everything like that. So that was pretty cool to learn. I'm glad I got to learn that from the worker. I wish I could have recorded it for you guys. But other than getting to talk to the worker about Cafe San Marco, I did get to enjoy a coffee and a little pastry, a pasticcino. So I got a capo and bay, which is earlier at the other local bar I just got a capo. Here I got a capo and bay, which they put it in the glass instead of the espresso cup, and it was good. It was actually one of the better ones I've had. It was really cool. The machine that they had, you probably saw it in the video, but it's so different and it's so cool. It's like this big copper round machine. It's like a big tower, and it has like 3 portafilters where you can pull the coffee from, like, surrounding it. And it was like super decorative and fancy, and it was so cool. It was the most unique espresso machine I've ever seen, and it was so cool. I asked if I could take a video of it because I thought it was the most unique machine I've ever seen. So good thing I was able to take a video of it. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. And then I just got a small pasticcino with fruit, like the one I got in Milan at Marchesi. It was good. It was very good. The dough, I mean, not the dough, the crust was more soft rather than being like super hard like the other one was at Marchesi. And it was great. I love those little pasticcinos, especially with fruit on them. So yeah, in good review of this place. It was really cool learning the history about it. It was really cool to learn about, you know, the coffee and literature part of it, and it was a really interesting place. The coffee was great, the pastry was great, and it was pretty cheap too. You know, I mentioned earlier that these places that are more fancy and historic, and all these places, they just are able to jack up the price so much for no reason. But this place didn't. I like this place. That's a thumbs up from me. I paid for the pasticcino and the coffee. I paid like 270 euro. and it's a pretty decent price. If I went to Cafe degli Specchi like we went to yesterday and got that same thing, it would have been about probably like €6, which is insane. But yeah, that place is good since it doesn't jack up its prices just for being historic and famous. And I really like that place. Definitely recommend Cafe San Marco. The history is crazy. The coffee and pastries are good, and their espresso machine is crazy. But yeah, so now after I gave that review and summarized the history that I learned to you guys about the place in my review, now we'll go to an Illy cafe. Illy, like I said before, Illy's the most popular coffee brand in all of Italy, and it's one of the most popular coffee brands in the world. And they're homegrown here in Trieste. They're from Trieste. Trieste is their hometown. So we're gonna go to an Illy cafe, and we are going to see if we can learn some things. Hopefully. Not having luck. I had a little bit of luck here at Cafe San Marco, but I just couldn't record it. But yeah, I was trying to go to the Italy factory, like where they actually, produce the coffee and stuff, but it's such a hard process of getting a tour date and getting a tour set up. You have to email them instead of just picking a date and paying online like you usually do for everything. But no, you have to email them personally, and they just have yet to email me back. I emailed them probably a week ago to do this, and nothing. So yeah, but yeah, okay. I'll see you at the Illy cafe. Ciao. Okay, so we're at one of the Illy cafes. Oh, my camera won't stay up. Hold on, let me fix it. Oh, come on. Okay, you can kind of see me. So we're at one of the Illy cafes, and it's really cool in here. They offer so many different types of single origins. I don't know how they're roasted though, because if they're roasted just like Italian roast, like dark roast, then it's gonna be hard to tell the difference between two of them. But I got a Nicaragua single origin, which is this one right here. You can't see that. And then I also got a Ethiopian single origin. It's in a cool art espresso cup. They look the same, but still. But I also got a little chocolate with it. So we're gonna try them and see how they are. See if they're roasted dark like Italian style, or if I can, they're roasted lighter and I can actually get, the single origin taste from it, the different taste, but I guess we'll see. So here's the Nicaragua. Doesn't taste dark at all. That tastes like it's roasted like light or medium. And I can actually get some flavor from it. It's pretty fruity. It's actually really fruity. There's no like chocolate or nutty notes at all to that. It's straight fruit notes and it's pretty smooth too. It's not the best pull. It might be a little underpulled, but it's pretty good. Yeah, that's good. So now let's dig into the Ethiopian. I have high expectations for this one because I love Ethiopians. But ooh. Okay. Slight difference. It's like a mix between like a fruity noting one and a like more chocolatey, I'd say, because it's like it's not as fruity as the Nicaraguan one, which is surprising because usually the Ethiopians are like the most fruity, but it's not as fruity as the Nicaraguan one. The Nicaraguan one is really fruity, but this Ethiopian's probably, I'd say it's like a mix between like fruit flavors and more like nutty flavors. Probably not chocolate because it's not like it just doesn't taste like more chocolate. So, but they're both pretty smooth. They're not like perfectly pulled, but they're pulled pretty well. And pulled, I mean like, you can either under pour it and it like the espresso comes out like quick, or you can over pull it and the espresso comes out of the machine like slow. And if it comes out like either of these ways, they taste completely different. So you have to find that like perfect balance. So these taste a little underpulled. They taste a little quick, but they still taste good. No complaints here. They taste pretty good. Nicaraguan's really good. Ethiopian's pretty good. But yeah, they have like 3-4 other single origins to choose from. They have like a Brazil, a Colombian, Indian, which is cool. I don't get Indians that often. I should have got that, but I don't get Nicaraguans often either. So I got something I don't get often. But yeah, it's really cool. So I just hope now that after I finish here, I can ask someone about like, the Illy brand, how the history behind it, everything like that. So yeah, I guess we'll see if we can do that. I hope so, but doubt it because it's so hard. But yeah, it's great. See you if I get an interview. If not, then I'll see you for a review outside. Alright, see you. Quick thought, I accidentally mixed up chocolate and fruit for the Nicaraguan. The Nicaraguan one is more chocolate. I can't believe I mixed those up, but the Nicaraguan one is more chocolatey and not as fruity. Sorry, my brain's not working, but okay. Nicaraguan is chocolatey, not that fruity. Ethiopian's pretty fruity with like a mix of like nutty flavors. So I had to clear that one up. Yeah, once again, Nicaraguan, chocolate flavors, more chocolate than any nutty flavors or fruity flavors. And Ethiopian is fruity with some nut flavors. Alright, got it. Sorry. I'm not thinking right now. Okay, just finished up at the Illy Cafe and it was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool experience to like get a proper Illy coffee at an Illy Cafe, like I said, in the hometown of Illy. I was a little unlucky though. I couldn't ask anybody. Well, I mean, I tried to ask. I asked the waiter that was attending me. I asked her if I can ask someone that's working or a manager or someone about like, Italy and the history and all those sorts of things. And she said no, that no one's available right now and everybody's working and it's busy and stuff right now. She said to email like the actual shop and ask for this, but it's my last day, so I can't really do that. So I'm going to try my hardest to find someone like a local or someone that knows a little bit about the history. If not, then I guess I have to just go to my phone and summarize the history to you guys that I learned, or go to like a book or something like that. But yeah, it sucks that I didn't get any luck there, but the coffee was really good. The coffee was very interesting because it's different to see like a brand that's so known for like their Italian style dark roasts and stuff like that, and one of the most popular Italian brands to like kind of go into single origins and stuff like that, and they weren't dark roasted. I thought they were just going to be like the single origins were going to be dark roasted and not have much flavor to them, but they actually weren't, and they had a good flavor to them. So it's pretty cool to see that. The whole shop had a bunch of Italy machines, Italy coffee, Italy espresso mugs and everything like that, and it was really cool. It was a very good experience, and I recommend it if anybody's ever in Trieste. Italy's just, like, it's a tradition in Italy and in Trieste in general. So it was really cool. So like I said, well, that was the last stop, but I'm going to try my absolute hardest to speak to someone about the history of Italy here in Trieste and in Italy in general. If not, then I'm going to learn it somehow, and I'll recite it and summarize it back to you guys. It kind of sucks, here in Trieste. I didn't get to speak to a lot of locals. I got to speak to a few, about like 3, and then like a worker and stuff like that. So I did. I mean, I'm not disappointed at all. I'm not complaining. I did learn a lot. I learned a lot, and it was a great coffee culture learning experience here in Trieste, because the coffee culture here is crazy, and I learned a lot, and I got to try different things and everything like that. So it was great. I loved it. It's just I wish I could have spoke to a couple more people, but it was tough. It was definitely tough. Some people just don't want to talk, and you can't do anything about that. You have to respect them, and just say, all right, thank you, that's fine, thank you, and leave them alone. So but other than that, I'm gonna try my hardest to learn some history about Italy. That's probably the next clip that will be in this video. The next video you'll see is me summarizing the history back to you guys, and yeah, we'll see you for that summary. Okay, hello, this is a little different background. I'm in my hostel room, but basically I learned a little bit about the history of Italy. So basically, quick summary. Basically in 1933, a man from Vienna, he migrated to Trieste from Vienna. He's a Hungarian man, actually. His name was Francesco Illy, and in 1933 he started the company Illy, and his goal was to provide the best quality coffee there is, the top quality coffee on the market. So he started the company in 1933 with that goal in mind, and then the following year he invents like the first pressurized like way of storing coffee. So he invents the pressurized like canister to store coffee in, so it lasts like a long time. And this was also able to, you know, have it exported and everything like that. So he invents that, and they still use it today. And then the next year after that, in 1935, he invents the first like high pressurized espresso machine called the Iletta, and it was like the first of its kind, the first high pressure espresso machine, and it like paved the way for all these new modern espresso machines. And then his son Ernesto Illy like got a doctorate in chemistry, and he like started to work at Illy like in the 40s, and he also invented a bunch of stuff that just became super popular for the company. Like he invented these capsules that are like they're pre-ground, pre-packaged, everything coffee. So you basically just put it in your machine, and it works like that. It's kind of like a Keurig, but this was in like the 70s or the 60s, and he invented this capsule that was already ready. So it was like a Keurig machine or an espresso machine or something like that. So he invented that, and then, you know, they grew so much as a company because of all the stuff that they invented. His son Ernesto allowed there to be, you know, a first in-house lab, so they could do like research and everything. And they've just won so many awards for high quality ethical coffee. And yeah, that's, you know, quick summary of why Illy is the most popular coffee brand here in Italy and all around the world. You know, they export their coffee to like 139 countries, and that's all thanks to the inventions, like the pressurized capsule inventions and everything like that. So yeah, in summary, that's basically why the Illy is the most popular coffee brand here in Italy, and it all started here in Trieste, and it's really cool. It's really cool. But that was basically the end of day 2, the final day here in Trieste, and the end of part 2, which was like North Italy. So that was the end of that. I'll give a review on North Italy, and then next stop is Naples, Italy, and we will start part 3 there. It'll be a short one because I'm only there for 2 days, just like here in Trieste. But it's part 3, the south of Italy, and can't wait for that. So see you in Naples tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, the next day after tomorrow. But yeah, see you in Naples for part 3. Ciao.